Hey guys, Aidandabest around for another video, and today I'll be joined by Jacob Butter and itzemma.
Konnichiwa, Aidan-kun! I had to open up by doing that.
Yes.
That's absolutely necessary.
So this was, I guess, meant to be the dating sim episode we barely made. We spent like the whole Tari bit in the dating sim, but I wanted to see Tari do lots of dating. I'm still not over that.
Yeah, see, the thing about that is, honestly, the way they've set up the dating, I'm glad they didn't go too far into it. I'm glad they just went to Satsuki-chan and they didn't do anything else, because imagine her giving gifts the entire time to people.
Oh yeah, that was actually kind of funny, just having her give tons of gifts. That's how you get
Yes, but as a game mechanic, that's so stupid. As far as I'm concerned, every dating sim in the planet works in the fact that you're able to talk to people first, even if you're not, I don't know, dating them. Have a full relationship meter. Emma, you're the expert on dating sims. Back me up here. Is that true?
Wait, what's going on?
Are you able to talk
Is
to people?
Is it true that in dating sims, one is generally able to talk to the prospective datees without having to give them a bunch of gifts in order to open communication?
Yeah, in some dating sims.
Yeah, well, not the good ones, that's for sure.
Well, in Obey Me, it's like that.
Wait, so you in Obey Me, you have to constantly give people things before you can talk
in
to
Obey
them.
Me, you don't have to give them gifts.
There you go.
You just have to talk to them.
Yeah, because, oddly enough, you have to talk to people in order to know if you want to date them or not.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm glad they didn't spend too much time on the dating. I'm glad this went to it. However, why on earth does Satsuki-chan, the game character, have access to Lamar's dating profile and be so willing to give it out to somebody completely random? As far as she's concerned.
She's not really sentient, though. How is Tari even able to ask? I don't know. It's weird.
Yes,
I guess.
So imagine.
Well, I imagine
so imagine
dating
in the
sims,
system,
like realistically, if someone were to go into a dating sim, which isn't possible, but like there would just be copies of the same person. Like for example, on the Butter Bunch, we're playing this dating sim called like the Hotterful Boyfriend.
Hotterful Boyfriends.
Yeah. Where we like date a bunch of like birds. It's a weird dating sim, but it's fun. But like I imagine like maybe there's like just like each dating sim's like its own little pocket universe where like you have each version of the characters, and so each person in the dating sim can talk to the characters.
Most dating sims are single-player events anyway.
Yeah, I know,
so
right? So I just imagine how realistically that would go if you could go into video games. So
see, having a multiplayer dating sim is not a bad idea on paper. It's just that it has to be good to be good.
Apparently multiple people are dating the same character, so that's fun. Unless they have so many characters
and they're able to
date.
And once again, they're able to exchange. They're able to access what essentially the system in order to get the dating profiles of people going after the same character. Which again, that's not like a whole you don't have to have ExpressVPN or something to not want your information leaked by a game that you have signed up to. Is that like in the terms and conditions? Anyone can access your profile. Oof. Well, as a member of MD5, Lamar, you might have considered that. Maybe.
Yeah. Alright, so now let's talk about, that whole plot, with the whole, scene with, Lucidia, realizing that, Lex is evil. Oh my gosh. Such a shocker. He lied to her. Obviously he did. That is kind of like...
Context, he's talking about Belle realizing that, not us, the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, but, I don't know, I feel like she would know not to just trust him on his word. On to what I was saying next, though. So, basically, Belle goes to talk to Tari, and she's like, yo, I'm gonna help you. Jeez. Because, and then, Tari's like, oh, yeah, we gotta save Theo. And then she's like, I don't want to save Coconut Boy. And then Tari's like, oh, yeah, well, we better save Coconut Boy, or we ain't doing anything, bro. And then she's like, fine, I'll save Coconut Boy. Jeez. Oh, my gosh. And then basically, then we go into the dating sim where it's like, where Moss is now there, the rest of MD5, and he's like, oh yeah, I don't want Belle's help because she betrayed me multiple times, which is a fair point. and then all
1
like
second.
and like
1
and
second.
he's like, and then Tari's like, oh please help, let her help, and then he's like, oh fine, I'll let her help, and that's
Wait.
It's
You
really
skipped ahead
weird.
a
I
bit.
love it. Yeah.
Hang on, Aidan, you skipped ahead a bit because Master's the only one who acted realistically in terms of Belle's track record.
True.
Because
She is
the whole
evil.
idea that it's basically an anime trope essentially, right? Of the villain or antagonist turning good and people completely forgiving their past misdemeanors. At least he acted with some sort of like rationale. But everyone else, like, they had their reasons for believing her, and I didn't mind that as much. What I did mind, however, if I could backtrack for a second, is to how MD5 got into the game in the first place. Because Mother of Irene, that was awful logic.
No, but he just had multiple phones that he quickly installed the app in and quickly made them accounts for them to scan and face in within a few seconds. That's what you do in a few seconds. Am I right, Emma? Can you do that in a few seconds? I believe you.
Huh? Sorry, what's going on?
Can you download an online dating sim app in 2 seconds, make an account within those 2 seconds as well, and then hand the phones to your friends real quick? Can you do that?
Okay.
No, not in like. Well, what you're going off with. No, because it would take time to download depending on how big it is, and it also takes time to design your character and make your account.
All right. Before we carry on, let me lay down the scene for people who might not have watched the episode yet. Okay, if you want to watch the episode after this, enter with caution. But this is what happens basically.
It's a good episode. Don't
worry. So after Lamar's private information is so relentlessly leaked out, so haphazardly, Tari actually adds him as a friend. Lamar finds out about this and scans himself and goes into the game with his profile, which is a genuinely hilarious moment. However, it is in typical glitch fashion, it's immediately ruined by what followed, which was both Sophia and Masa pulling out phones of their own with a game they had not installed.
Lamar handed them phones, but yes, pretty much.
Okay, that also raises another question of why he has several phones.
Okay, hold on. Okay, well, Lamar could have made 2 different accounts for like random people, or just like something,
or maybe he just made the accounts for them in advance, just had the phones over and to put it on their phones, and just was like, one day I'll get them to play my weeb dating sim. One day!
But that is a possibility, and from what we see with him scanning his face there, I think it takes that and puts your face into the game, which is, yeah.
About the face scan part, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm just saying that. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was just saying, I'm not worried about the face scan part. The face scan part makes sense. What doesn't make sense is, again, that he would have 2 separate accounts that are essentially blank slates, even though he has one that he's made a lot of progress with Sachiki-chan on. Not to mention several phones, which also would have had, if the game was already installed, then would have had the notification echoing in triplicate, because that's how that happened. And he knew that Tari was adding him as a friend in the first place, and they were able to go in immediately. And also, they didn't even need to do that, because guess what? There's a chance Belle didn't go into the game, and they still were able to hear and mute her, which we'll get to that later on. They muted her when she was not on an account, therefore Tari should have also been muted.
Oh yeah, that makes no sense. Anyways.
See, even you can't argue against that one.
Yeah, that was a little confusing. Listen, so the logic may not be there completely, but it was still an enjoyable
Or at all. Or slightly.
Look, so it may not make much sense, but it was still enjoyable, and that's what matters to me. Or a bit rushed for Belle to suddenly help them. Like, I feel like Belle could have found out more. Seriously, you got the whole Project Blue file on hand. Like, maybe you could find out, maybe that Project Blue file has more security you could look at, any more information you could gather.
More with the help of everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to learn more about Project Blue. Also, people barely focus on Tari's past, though. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it gets
Well, she doesn't know her past.
Yeah, I know, but, like, obviously...
It's hard to focus on the part of an amnesiac.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm saying, like, exploring it by learning about her past. Or anything. All we guys was...
See, again, the other thing that got built up at the beginning, Tari's amnesia, Annabelle's going to games. Have we got any further with that in 2 seasons? No.
I want to learn more about it because it's interesting to me. Who was Tari before? Was she her own person? Was she grown in a lab? Probably not grown in a lab, but maybe. So, anything else you want to add, Emma?
No.
I think I've ripped into this enough.
Anyway,
people know my opinion by now.
Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!